Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Let's get wiser. This topic should weigh heavily upon our hearts and spirits. The tendency to believe that God understands when we stray from His Word. It's a notion that often creeps into our minds, whispering lies of comfort when we falter in our obedience. But be reminded that our understanding of God's mercy does not grant us license to disregard His command. In the book of James chapter 4 verse 17, we are confronted with a stark truth. It states, "Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good, and doeth it not, to him it is sin." This verse serves as a piercing arrow, penetrating the veil of excuses we often weave to justify our actions. It reminds us that our knowledge of God's will places solemn responsibility upon our shoulders to know what is right and yet choose to do otherwise, to walk a path of disobedience. But why do we deceive ourselves into believing that God will turn a blind eye to our transgressions? Perhaps it is born out of a misguided understanding of His character. We mistakenly equate His boundless love and compassion with indifference towards our disobedience. Yet, let us not forget the words found in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 13. It states, "And no creature is hidden from His sight, but all are naked and exposed to the eyes of Him whom we must give account." God sees all. God knows all, and hold us accountable for our actions. Moreover, our presumption that God understands our disobedience undermines the very essence of His Word. The Scriptures are not mere suggestions or guidelines subject to our whims. They are immutable truths by which we are called to live our lives. As it says in Psalms chapter 119 verse 105, "Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light to my pathway." God's word illuminates the darkness of this world, guiding us along the righteous path. To deviate from its teaching is to walk in darkness, blinded by our own arrogance. Furthermore, our belief that God understands our disobedience reflects a dangerous sense of entitlement. We act as though we are entitled to God's grace regardless of our actions, forgetting the words found in Romans chapter 6, verse 1 to 2. What shall we say then? Are we to continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. By no means. Can we who died to sin still live in it? Grace is not a license to sin, but a call to righteousness. Let us not be like the Israelites of old, who repeatedly disobeyed God's commandments, presuming upon his mercy, as it is written in Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23 to 24. But this command I give them: obey my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people, and walk in all the way that I command you, that it may be well with you. But they did not obey or incline their ear, but walk in their own counsels and the stubbornness of their evil hearts, and went backward and not forward. Instead, let us heed the admonition of James and strive to do what is right in the eyes of the Lord. Let us humble ourselves before him, acknowledging our frailty and our need for his guidance and forgiveness. Let us cling to his word as our guiding light, knowing that in obedience we find true freedom and fulfillment. As I conclude, let us rid ourselves of the dangerous notion that God understands when we disregard his word. Instead, let us embrace the truth that obedience is the hallmark of our faith. Jesus himself said in John chapter 14, verse 15, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments." May we love the Lord, our God, with all our hearts, soul, and minds, and may our lives be a living testimony to his grace and his glory. God bless you as you continue in his word. Be wise.